Hello, everybody. My name is S.H.P, and yeah, finally, we're actually live streaming this time because it wasn't doing that originally. Somehow I fucked it up multiple times, but we're here now. Uh, my name is S.H.P, Salvador, Sal, Big Money Sal, Sal the Hunt, Sal Cunt. The list goes on and on here. And uh, tonight, today, whatever time you're in right now, I I'm starting. I'm trying to start something new here. The S.H.P podcast. Of course, I already had a podcast before, but this is a different version of that. So tonight we have a very special guest, probably the biggest we'll ever have. Uh, Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary friends, introducing Mario and Friends.
Yo, it's good to be on the podcast. Just being the first member, like I'm honored.
Yeah, considering the fact we fucked up like the first few times because I somehow put record instead of streaming. Oh, well. Yeah,
Third time's the charm.
I definitely agree with that. So, uh, just to get it away again, first and foremost, how does it feel to be back on the Hunted channel?
All right, second time doing this, but it's be unreal because all the stuff we've been through. Like it's kind of crazy. You could say it was a little crazy. So like, I mean, the fact that I'm here right now, it's like, I mean, it hasn't caught up to me yet. Like just the feeling of like I'm here again. Like I haven't been here forever.
I completely agree. And this is the second time or third. No, the second time I said this, but it feels like we've been through war on opposing sides.
Yeah, for sure.
But somehow, now we just joined and just became allies here.
Yeah, that's just how it's gotta go. We gotta make peace.
Yeah, because I feel like I remember the day I reached out to you and I don't know if I can name drop them, but to Blop and what does he even go by now? Kitty? I mean, I'm pretty sure he changed his name, but
He goes by Funky Kitty now.
oh, well, yeah, yeah. I remember the night I reached out to, or at least you and what was it again?
Oh, Funky Kitty.
Funky Kitty, yeah. So I remember I reached out to the both of you because I couldn't find your brother's Instagram. And
Mm,
going in, it was after the tragic loss of Mr. Brody Lee or
mm.
John Huber because it really stumped the wrestling community. It was really out of nowhere. I was not expecting that. Originally, he was just gone from an injury. I don't even know what it was, but then somehow it transitioned to something messed up in his lungs. So he died of lung illness that wasn't COVID related. And it was just so unexpected that it just hit me so fucking hard. Like,
Jesus.
I didn't know him personally, but it still stung because I remember watching his bits on BTE and,
Hmm.
and then rewatching it like when they did the Brody tribute on BTE. I fucking bawled my eyes out. I was laughing and repeating his lines, but I also cried. Like it was
Yeah, man.
awful. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why I reached out to you too. And another one is just, like I just felt like I couldn't find any sort of peace for what felt like months. And
I felt the same way, bro.
like, okay, so I had some of these organized, but I think we should transition to the fit the I had them listed in like top five, but I'm just gonna go to the number five, which was what the hell happened last year? Like, what was
Oh,
perspective throughout our drama last year?
so yeah, that's pretty difficult. Like obviously, like some things I don't want to bring up because like I'm pretty disappointed in myself that
So so am
like
I.
a certain thing that I did last year. Well, I don't think I didn't do that last year, but you brought it up in the video that you made last year. But last year, like, when did that start last year? Like,
I feel like it was um, mid COVID, maybe.
in COVID, yeah. So, like, my perspective, like, I mean, how do I even, like, I definitely, I remember, like, Funky Kitty, like, he released some videos like making fun of you, I think,
Yeah.
which like I'm gonna be honest, I didn't condone that by any means.
Oh yeah, I know. Like, oh well,
And it's,
I'm not gonna interrupt. Continue, please.
but like I'm not gonna like I don't know, but like I didn't condone those, but I'm not gonna throw them under the bus for it because I made my fair share of mistakes as well.
Mhm.
But like I remember just like seeing those and like I remember waiting for the day that you would make a response. Like I remember just anticipating it in my head, and like I knew that you would bring up the fit because like I remembered it so well. Like I was like, oh god, he's gonna. That's why I didn't want him to make those making fun of you videos because I knew it would get a response,
Mhm.
and I knew that would be something brought up against me. Which I understand like why you did that. It was a heated argument. So like we were trying so hard to get the best of each other at that point. Like
Oh yeah.
and it's like I just I don't know what was going through my head at the time, man. Like I just I don't like saying that because it makes me just sound like, oh, you know, it didn't matter. It's all good now. But
Mhm.
like, I don't know what I was thinking because like to be truthful, a lot of the things you said about me, like you know, just being kind of like ignorant, not really talking much, like that was true. Like
Mhm.
I think I learned a lot from that. Honestly, it was kind of like a reality. What do you
Check.
call that? A reality?
A reality check.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kind of a reality check for me. So then, like, I kind of just I rethought about it, and like obviously at the time it wasn't really a reality check because I was pissed. Like I
Yeah.
didn't want that being out there, obviously. So like I was pretty mad, and I think there was I was almost about to make a response video on like a different channel, so it didn't have to be on Mario and Friends. But I didn't do it because it wasn't worth continuing. And like after that point is when it started affecting me. Like I don't know if it was like this for you, but like there were some nights where I straight up couldn't sleep because I couldn't get out of my head. Like it was kind of like the one who shall not be named. Like the situation ended so badly that it was like it was stuck in my head for so long. Like I didn't like it. There was no closure on the war, I guess. So it was just like I would just sleep or try to sleep or just even just be walking around doing stuff during the day, just thinking about it. Like, man, like what the fuck happened, and like why did it happen? Why did I do that? Or I don't know. But like I can't even lie. Like the moment you reached out, like that was actually a fucking blessing, bro. Like that it eased so much off of my mind. Like literally that day forward, I never had to think about the drama ever again. Like it was just a huge weight off my shoulders. So like I mean all in all, like I'm just glad it's over, man.
Yeah. Uh,
It was a tough time.
I feel like I should probably talk about my perspective too. So,
Yeah, for sure.
um, so what I said in the response video, like it wasn't just like a month thing, a day thing. No, it was going on for years, and like I
Yeah.
I felt like I had so much pent up rage and aggression. I just felt some type of from like all the shit that was going on. Like I felt like what I've said before. I felt like I was the odd one out. I said
Hmm.
myself, and it really affected me mentally and emotionally and spiritually in like so many ways possible. And
Yeah.
it affected the way that I saw myself each and every single day. I feel like it still affects me to this day too.
Hmm.
Um, like there's so much that goes into it, but I don't want to like say too much details because then I tend to overthink after I, like talk about that sort of shit.
Yeah.
And it's like a I wouldn't say a voice, but it's like some little voice in your head that's like you can't talk about that because then that sounds like you just want attention or this and that. Like it's like that.
I get that.
It's it's awful, and it's like you can't even control it. Like no matter what,
Hmm.
it feels like it can't go away. But yeah, so I felt like uh once we had to once we had to go into quarantine, like that's when shit really hit the fan for me. Like I felt like I got worse. I remember at the very beginning I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this time to better myself and this and that. And like at that point, you couldn't go outside like without some sort of worry. You couldn't really hang out with friends because
Hmm.
of worry and like it like I feel like that was like the worst of it all.
Yeah.
So what I had to depend on was make videos and like talk to you guys. But then I felt like I couldn't even do that. Like making videos was so stressful because I put so much effort into it, and then that's another thing that causes the stress and like overthinking. I'm like, I can't stop making a video, otherwise I'm not ever gonna be known and this and that. And then that's when jealousy got created. Like I was so jealous that you guys like had a fan base and so many subscribers, and I felt like I was putting so much work and like I was just putting it out to like a brick wall or something. So then,
Mm.
and I don't like admitting when I feel jealous or any sort of way. That's why I bottle everything up, and I know that's not good, but you know, and but that I definitely don't like admitting when I'm jealous, obviously.
Yeah, I get that.
So then at some point, I felt like I just needed to put it out into the universe and like let it all out and just like calm the fuck down. So
Mm.
like that was the same thing when I talked about what happened between me and Azure Productions, like or whatever it goes by now, because we had an argument
Right.
with Donald Trump and Black Lives Matter, and then after I made that video, because I had so much rage on that day that I just never saw the video back again because I was so mad and because that movement like means so fucking much to me. And
Hmm.
saying all this shit and like basically defending some guy who fucking hates me and my kind and so many others. Like, of course I'm gonna get mad. No. Besides that,
Yeah.
that's how I felt after that live stream that I did where I talk shit and this and that. Like, I felt so mad. I felt so stressful. I felt so tired. I felt so angry. I just felt like I needed to just release it. So that's what I did. And then afterwards, I never saw it back ever again. But
Mm.
it was keeping it public because, of course, that affected people. And
Yeah.
that made y'all feel some type of way. And, like, of course, I'm not surprised. But then at that time, I was like, I don't give a fuck because y'all made me feel some type of way. So,
Yeah. That's
but
understandable.
but but looking at it now, of course, that was a stupid decision. But at that point, like I felt like I couldn't
Yeah.
talk to you
I
privately.
mean, which
So,
one of us like didn't make a stupid decision at that point?
oh yeah, all of us made a stupid decision, one way or another. And
Literally.
um, that's when uh, Funky Kitty like started making all those videos and shit, and that really affected me too.
Yeah.
And I felt like I couldn't say anything because then, you know, I both I would start talking shit about myself in my head, like that little voice will be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you doing this and that? Like you're just like, like it just gets to you. It
Yeah.
it dumbs you, not dumbs you down. It breaks you down.
Yeah.
For some reason I still did this shit. And the one thing I definitely regret was certain parts that were in Fun to Freddy Makes a Movie. Like even making it, filming it, editing it, I was like, this is so fucking childish. I was like, why the fuck am I doing this shit? But then at the same time, I was so fucking tired that I was like, I'm not even gonna edit it out. I just want to get this shit over with. And for some reason, I still fucking put it out rather than reshoot the shit, which is my mistake because I already knew like this shit was so fucking childish, and yet I still fucking did it. And like,
Mm.
admit when I did wrong and shit. And like some of the shit that I did, well, most of the shit that I did was so fucking childish, and I regret most of it. And then you know, he kept putting out more, and then I felt like how I felt for so long. I felt like I was getting ganged up on, and then I had nobody there for me, and I felt like
Mhm.
maybe I was the problem. Maybe all this never would have happened if I never met any of you guys, or if I even fucking existed. I just started overthinking so much,
Yeah.
and it really fucking got to me, and I felt so fucking awful. And but then at the same time, I was like, you know, shit happens, and like, of course, everybody has a blame for something, but and then of course, like bringing up what you said earlier, like the response video that I did, the long ass one,
Hmm.
that was also another video I never looked back upon, and I just felt so fucking angry, and I just needed to get everything out. But then, after like while I was watching it load and upload, I was like, what the fuck is gonna happen? Why did I do that? And I just overthought the whole time. But then I was like, I need to fucking get this out there. Like I can't
Yeah.
let them break my reputation, and I can't just do anything back. But
Hmm.
at the same time, I still regret the shit. Like none of this shit should have happened, but
Really,
this was all a learning experience.
for sure. Like, I really wish we could have just like all. I wish I just like how could we have avoided? I mean, it's really. I guess like it like I take a lot of the blame for it because like I feel like I really turned a blind eye back then. Like I didn't really pay attention to the problem, and I was just I mean I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know if I was just like ignorant or just I don't know what it was, man.
I feel like
Like,
the best thing I could really say is just everybody makes mistakes, and we just have to learn from it. Like we can't always like look at this shit and just be like, yeah, like turn a blind eye to it and just no, we gotta face this shit and then at some point hopefully move on from it. Because even though I feel like, like when I texted y'all, like going into that, I felt really fucking scared. I felt like Funky Kitty was gonna make another video and be like and like clown on me like, oh now this guy's calling back and like now he's apologizing or something. But then
yeah,
or just never getting a response. Like that's what was going through my head when I did that. And then I was like, at the end of the day, at least I was trying to, uh, be the bigger man. So at the same time, it doesn't really matter. But
yeah. I mean, like,
I still felt like I needed to fucking do it. At least try something because I didn't want to live the rest of my life hating somebody or having hate in my heart because it doesn't do anybody good to feel such a way for somebody.
I mean, like, truthfully, like, I remember it was before you reached out to us, like, resolve everything. I, I think I'm pretty sure I was thinking about either reaching out to you or just trying to comment on one of your videos, just trying to like, I don't know, just passively try to apologize. But I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I was afraid like you didn't, like you were truly done, like you didn't want anything to do with me. And like looking back on it now, I wish I would have taken that step because it would have been nice to resolve. But the fact that you took that step was really nice, and like, you know, I'm really glad that happened because now, I mean, things feel like they're at least semi back to normal again. Like, there's no more drama, just chill, coming back to the channel and shit, you know?
Oh yeah, like, and another thing I forgot to mention was I could definitely relate to the thing about having sleepless nights or like thinking about it even when you're out and shit. Like it, like even at work, this shit would go through my head while I'm vacuuming or doing something or listening to music, and then I just
Yeah,
all this shit, and it just upsets me, and then I feel so much anger. So like most of the songs I listen to now, it's just a reminder of most of that. Or when I go to certain houses that I've cleaned, like I remember all of it. Like it's just there.
yeah.
And then it feels like all of that negative energy is just trapped in those houses now.
That's kind of like I have a personal experience, like a personal bad experience that happened around like last year or something. And I don't really want to say it on stream because it's pretty personal. But like,
Yeah.
it's the same way for me. Like I remember I was listening to a song like pretty much the day it happened, and like now anytime I listen to that song or go to my old house where it happened, like I just all the energy just comes back, and it's not a great feeling.
Yeah. I definitely understand like certain like
You just
that I hear or like certain words that I hear or say or see and shit. It like I guess like it triggers me, and then
yeah.
shit happens. Like there's multiple shit now that triggers me. Like one thing, and I don't like to admit it to people because people are usually like, why? Like, why the fuck do you care so much? Or like, it's no big deal. It's like, but to me, it is. And I don't like to admit it, but it's like being left unread or delivered for, you know, like it's a trigger now, and I don't like
Yeah.
because they're like, why does it matter so much? And then of course, like, I'm like, yeah, you're right, but then
But I mean, it's like that can lead to like overthinking and shit. Like,
it does, but like that's kind of why I started therapy recently because I need to like
oh yeah,
there's no way a friend or a family member can like help me through this shit. Like I've already tried.
yeah,
I need professional help, and I can admit that shit. And it's so far like I started last Wednesday, so I'm gonna go back next Wednesday, and then we'll see how it. Yeah. Um. So yeah, I feel like I have some sort of closure from all this.
yeah, man. Like, good on you for going out and getting help because it's a big step to take.
Yeah. So, uh, a question to lighten the mood a bit. Well, maybe it's not much of a question, but tell me about Super Luigi 101.
Oh man, Whew. The OG channel name, bro.
See, I told you I was gonna do a lot of fucking research for this shit.
Yeah, man. Like, I remember starting that back in 2014 after watching the cute Mario Bros and stuff. I was just like, I was really inspired by that. And since I was only 10 years old, I didn't see any problem with me being, because since I wasn't old or anything, I was just like, oh yeah, this is awesome. Like, this is perfect. And I just wanted to do that because I already had a bunch of Mario toys. So like, I asked my mom if I could start a YouTube channel, and like lo and behold, there it is. Filmed the first like subscribe to my like the first video was called subscribe to my channel. Like already starting the promoting from the beginning, bro. But like, yeah, I remember filming that on our MacBook, and My God, the quality. I mean, that was the first camera we had to use as a webcam on our MacBook. And I remember there's a video where we had to go outside with that thing and film. It was awful. But like, I mean, it's humble beginnings, you know, like you start from somewhere and you get to the point where you are now, and it's like there's times when I look at it like, Jesus, I'm too old to be doing this. But then there's other times where I'm like, I've come a long way. I'm proud of myself.
Like for me,
But
humble beginnings was hunting the wild Mimi.
oh man, who could forget, bro?
That was quality fucking content. The shit that I do now, it's fucking at. No, I'm kidding. I've definitely come a long way. We've both,
Yeah, for sure.
especially you. Like you've had like so much success over the years. Like me personally, I like to see you as like one of the founding fathers of plush tubing. So, and that's one of the questions here. What does it feel like to be one of the founding fathers of plush tubing?
Damn, like, I mean, I'll be completely honest here. Like, I don't really see myself as one, but like, it's really cool to be acknowledged as one. But like, uh, I guess, I mean, it's kind of like I feel like being a plush tuber could be really an inspiration to anyone who's young, like, because that's just how it was for me. Like with the cute Mario Bros, they inspired me.
Mm.
It just kind of inspires you because it's nothing complicated, like doing some complex animation, voicing the characters professionally. It's just you just pick up a toy in your house, you play around with it, you make a story out of it, you upload it, and you're done. Like, and you feel happy about it, and like you rewatch it, and you're like, wow, that's pretty cool. I actually did that. So it's like just knowing that other people out there, like, they're gonna start doing that too, because like I think everyone can acknowledge that plush tubing is a dying genre. Like it's losing its light here.
Definitely.
There's of course some bigger plush tubers, like unfortunately SML's still alive and kicking. I don't like them that much, but
Somehow they're still alive.
like there's some other bigger Mario plush tubers. I think like Super Mario Richie's one of them. And it's like they're still doing pretty well for their own channels. But like it can, I think YouTube overall has been a harder place to blow up in recently because all the terms changing. So it's like I'm glad that it's possible to inspire someone just to like, because like you never know, they could start out with plush tubing and someday be like an animator because they love making these stories with their toys so much or something.
Yeah.
So like it's pretty cool, I guess.
Like I
Give me a second.
yeah. So I definitely agree with all of that. Uh, my personal experience is certain people have well, not certain people, like one in particular that really said anything was this up and coming plush uber. His name is Thickinator. He's a really impressive voice actor. Like he he's a fucking god at that. Like his impressions of certain characters are just like mind blowing. Like, but you know he's still basically in his humble beginnings, but he's definitely getting there. The same could be said for Will Carroll or I forgot his name now. It's Dapper Tingle.
All right, made it back.
Welcome. But yeah, like we like no matter what, we'll always inspire at least one person forever.
For sure. I mean, you inspired me, bro. Like to do those animations and shit. Like I don't do it often, but like the times when I did it, I was always going back looking at yours. Like, man, how did you do that? Like, I mean, the things you did were like unbelievably impressive for like Sony Vegas and shit.
Oh yeah.
Like that shit. Like it was just entertaining to watch. Like it's something about it was just so, it just kept you glued to the screen. Like something was always happening. You can never look away. Like if you miss even a second, you're gonna miss someone like shitting on the floor or something. Like I don't even know, but like honestly, like something was always happening. It was just so like it was so good.
Speaking of shitting on the floor, I completely forgot about this. I remember. So currently, I'm pretty sure the both of us are in senior year right now, right?
I'm actually in junior year right now.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, all right. Well, I'm a senior now, and uh, in my first semester currently, one of my classes is creative writing, and one of the assignments
Hmm.
we're supposed to do right now is to gross her out. And then I was just thinking of just getting inspired by this Three Little Pigs comic that I made 2 years ago in English class. But then she said it has to be a real event. The first thing that came to mind was
Oh
Elixir
shit!
Mixer.
Oh my god, bro!
I'm
Imagine.
I'm gonna do that though.
You gotta.
Um,
Oh
she
my
said
god.
she said it has to be a real event. So when she said that, I was like, I'm gonna fucking use it. And she said it can't be at school, and I said that's fucking perfect.
Oh my god, bro.
That's fucking perfect. So then, you know, I the second she tells us, all right, get it writing, I'm gonna write that. But then she said that I have to be very descriptive.
Oh
I'm
shit,
if you
man.
want me to tell you what the fuck I say, I'm gonna tell you.
Bro, I want to hear this.
I can't wait until we do that assignment. That's gonna be great. But yeah, moving on from that, another question to lighten the mood. What is it like to live in what is known as the most racist state in the U.S.?
Dude, don't even I'm actually like I I saw this one video that it pissed me the fuck off. It was this one video, this dude holding up, I think he was holding up a BLM sign,
Yeah.
and these people were passing by in cars. Like, I don't know if you saw it.
Oh yeah. One of them was like, "I better not see you back here in a certain amount,
Yeah,
or I'm gonna come back with a whole ass group and fucking kill you, or some shit." And I'm like, what the fuck? And like
I know.
a fuck ton were like, "Fuck you," and like beeping at him and this and that. I'm like, what the?
It's just like, what is your problem? What is the issue here? Like, I I don't like I I've lived this state my whole life,
Yeah.
and it's like there's good parts about it. Like I like the nature and shit. It's pretty nice to go out every once in a while just to go see it and shit. But like, oh my god, it is so southern. It's like it is. It's actual madness, bro. It's like you can't go out with seeing some dude with like the Confederate flag on his car or something. Like I don't even. It's insane. Like you just see it everywhere. It's like they're trying so hard to like force it on you,
Yeah.
and like it's just not good.
It's fucking wild because over here, like, oh, like you see certain shit. Like, of course, you like this isn't obvious for every southern state. You obviously see like at least like one Confederate flag or a Trump 2020 flag or something.
Yeah,
Like here, I think it's bad because of that. But then when I see
yeah, bro.
BLM, and I'm like,
It's a
okay, it's
whole
not
ass
as
difference.
bad. Like, no
It's not
offense,
that
but
bad. Like, I
Jesus.
mean, I don't. I'm not taking offense for the state, bro. Like, that's the state. Like, I would live somewhere else, but like, I'm not even. I'm not 18. Like, I don't know where to go, bro.
Oh yeah, that's another thing for the both of us. We're not as young as before now. We're gonna be 18 next fucking year.
Literally, bro. Like,
Fucking wild to think about. I remember on January 1st, I was like, holy shit, this event happened 2 years ago, 2019.
yeah, like
And then I'm like, I'm gonna be 18 next fucking year.
dude, that's wild.
It's it's insane
I'm not
to think about now because I still feel 15. I don't feel.
saying.
I feel like
I'm,
shit that happened last year did not like it wasn't canon.
exactly, bro. That shit was just filler.
Like it's so wild how much it took away, but Like time, like it's like shit's still gonna keep going, but like damn,
Yeah, like time never stops moving, bro.
we're legally gonna be adults next year. Like that's so
That's unbelievable.
fucking wild. But um, okay. Uh, where's the damn question? Okay. So this is probably, maybe, plausibly, possibly a pretty negative question to ask, but I feel like all of us at this point, like since, all right, now I'm getting ahead of myself. So, when are you planning on retiring?
I'm thinking it's hard to say because like I don't know if somehow I'm gonna get a fucking million subscribers tomorrow or some shit. Like I wish, but I don't see it happening, unfortunately. But the plan ever since the beginning was the day I'm 18 is when the channel ends.
Shit.
Like that's when I want to end everything. I mean, we have the rest of Mario and Friends practically planned out at this point. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a like all it comes down to is the execution. And once that happens, like maybe if it blows up again or something and like it's something that could be done pretty well on the side, I would return to it. Like even if like obviously I would still have the like I would be way too old for it at that point. But like
Mm-hmm.
if it was like almost think of it like a side job or something. Like if it was enough for that, I would still do it
Mm-hmm.
because like I'm sure by then I would still enjoy it, and it's gonna be hard to let it go at the time. So it's like occasionally returning for a video that would be pretty fun or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't mind occasionally returning, but when I'm 18, like hopefully before I'm 18, we can finish up Mario and Friends and just say goodbye for now, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of how I saw it. Like, how I see it is just whenever I finish the final movie. Like, then after that, I feel like I have no other ideas when it,
Mm.
like the plush series and shit. For everything else, I might continue. So
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
definitely the way that I see it is, I already know how I want the final movie to end. Now I just gotta put all of the pieces together. Like I know
Hmm.
exactly how I want the final movie to end, and then that's when I put out my retirement speech and thank everybody and this and that, and then call it, you know, just, I want to say call it a day because again, I'm like, I still want to do,
It's a little more than a day.
like, I still want to do videos, but
Yeah.
plush videos not anymore because after that final movie, I'm like, I have no other ideas after that, so I see no point in continuing. But me, like, this me personally, I feel like what I want to do with my career is hopefully someday move to Florida and go to um, a wrestling school, a pro wrestling school,
Hmm.
be a pro wrestler, and then you know just go from, like, I have
Yeah, man, just
my two dream jobs being a professional wrestler and also an actor. Like, it's both of those two things.
an actor would be sick.
Like, what came to mind, and I put this shit out into the universe too, is I can imagine myself like winning a fucking world title and have it in
Yeah.
my whole family and the damn crowd and my friends, everybody. And like when I went to AEW recently, last month on the 28th, that was, I feel like that was like, uh I guess, the reality check where I'm like, yeah, this is definitely what I want. Like,
Hmm.
it was, the energy was so fucking wild. And um I can't, I'm like, I need this. Like, this is what I want to do with my life. And
You gotta chase that dream.
yeah, and my brother in law was like, all right, you put it out to the universe, now you gotta work for it. And uh I did every specific. I said, I'm gonna go to AW main event, hopefully a pay-per-view, and what I want it to be is at this giant stadium that they have in Charlotte, and if not, then just the Bojangles Coliseum. That was the place that I went to.
Hmm.
You know, realistically, it's more than likely gonna be the Bojangles Coliseum. So, yeah, main event, win the world title, celebrate the whole family and friends, and I mean, like that's the way I see it. Now I just got to work for all that, and go from there. So that's the way I see it. Like that's what I want my future to go.
Yeah, that would be like. I mean, honestly, if you work for it, if you truly put all the work into it, like I think YouTube has honestly been like a good learning experience about putting all the work into it, and like maybe it doesn't pay off all the time, but there will be one day where it
Yeah,
it you learn so much that it all comes to fruition.
definitely. I feel like that was definitely the pinnacle of all of it. Honestly. Um, what are the questions? Oh yes, one of the most hard hitting questions. Well, one, yeah. I'll get to that, and then all right. But first, how did you meet the Super Mario Brothers?
Oh man, do I even? Those are Google Hangouts days, bro. Let me think. Uh, if I remember correctly, there was a video they made about King DDD getting stuck outside, and that was back near like maybe a year after we started the channel or something. Maybe a little, I don't know, somewhere around the start of the channel. But they made a video where DDD got stuck outside, and I think I commented something like, "Yo, this video was really good." And from there, we started talking more, and it went to Google Hangouts, and like I don't know, we were chill, and like there's been a couple of times where I talked to Dreamer a couple times this year actually.
Hmm.
He contacted me on Discord a little bit. I think we played Fall Guys like back when it came out. Yeah, I don't know why I brought up like Fall Guys. It's been a bit, but yeah. And like honestly, I mean, it's just kind of like a. I mean, we're acquainted. Like we're just chill, you know.
Yeah. Uh, my personal experience was I remember I saw the FNAF videos and I was just really fucking just mesmerized by it. And then I remember
Yeah.
I Jesus. So early on in my YouTube career, I was really nervous to just sit there in silence and like record.
Mm-hmm.
I'd usually have a video playing in the background, and in certain videos was some of their videos. Yeah,
Can you hear it in the video or like
if
is
it's
it muted?
visible and in its full volume, fully
I had to
visible
go
on
back and
camera.
check.
It was the Financial Weirdos series. It's
Oh man.
so fucking bad. I hate saying it now because I feel like such a fucking mark. Like like you never want to be like, all right, I was such a huge fan of you and this and that. No, because then you look like a fucking mark. So
Yeah.
talking about it, I feel like a mark, but whatever. Um, yeah, that was embarrassing. And then the contest. Oh shit! People were so fucking mad that I won that damn contest.
Oh, was that
The
what?
Freddy.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my god, dude, there were people like threatening to like kill themselves or something. I remember.
Yeah, people were so fucking weird, and they were so mad that I won. I was like, what the hell? But
Jesus, bro, it's a Freddy plush toy.
God damn it, if I don't win, I'm gonna fucking chop my balls out. Like, it's not that fucking serious.
Bro, like, oh,
But, and then after that, we just kept contacting each other, then Google Meet. Or not Google Meet, Google Hangouts. As soon as you said the Google Hangout days, that gave me memories.
dude, for real.
Especially
Now
with,
it's, yeah,
that gave me memory. Like, that was, nostalgia, but also PTSD. That shit was weird.
literally, bro. That shit was so slow though. Like, they took like years to send an image on that shit.
Oh, yeah. Or videos. Oh, it still fucking does.
Like, why weren't we using Discord the whole time, bro?
I don't know. That was a really good question. Okay. Next question. I feel like all of us have thought of this before, but have you thought of or planned on retiring or quitting earlier on, and what changed your mind?
Yes, for sure. A lot of times, actually. There was, I don't know if it was in 2020 or like 2019, but our that one Sonic Boom video on our channel blew up, and it was like, wow, this is insane. Like, one of our videos is getting like millions of views. And at some point, when COPPA hit and things were marked as for kids, there was a huge strike to our channel, which was that video. That video single-handedly caused so many problems because it gets marked for kids. So it gets put like on the for kids app, and that's where most kids are gonna see it. So they can't comment on it. I don't even know if they can like that shit on there, but it's on for kids now, and on for kids on YouTube. On YouTube Kids, you can only see videos marked for kids.
Mm.
The rest of the Mario and Friends content was not marked for kids. So they could only see that video. And that's why our views to subscribers ratio is so low, because they subscribe from that one video expecting to see more, but they never get any more because we never mark it for kids. So it's like, after I realized that and I just came down to it, I remember literally writing a script for calling it like the problem with Mario and Friends or something, and just letting it all out, like letting everybody know, like that demotivated me because I wanted people to see the new shit, because like people were clearly losing interest in the videos. So like I was just like, I don't know. I think I was getting ready to be done. Like, I remember there was a point where me and Mason, or me and Blop, were actually really considering it. Like, there was actually a community post that's still on Mario and Friends that talks about us quitting, like being like, I don't know if we want to do this anymore. I could probably find it right now, actually.
Mm. Well,
It's not that far.
I have my own personal experience with that. I remember I was thinking of doing a video that was like the what was it? The rise of Sal Hunnit and the fall of Salvador Ortiz, which is my real name, and it was going to be a really pessimistic about myself and my outlook on everything. I was getting
Mm,
at you and also just everybody else, and like I don't know, I was basically just ready to like come down on myself and just I don't know. It was like I understand that feeling like it, and then I'm like I want people to just watch my videos and like not feel like I'm doing shit for nothing. Like
yeah.
I understand. Like the frustration just really fucking gets to you. Like that's kind of why all that shit happened last year. But moving on from that. Uh, yeah, that I feel like everybody goes down with something like that. Uh,
Yeah, for sure.
Next question. What is it like to basically be a faceless YouTuber, and will your viewers ever get a glimpse again at a current day Mario and Friends?
Um, I think so. Being faceless, like it's not like a big part of the channel like it is for someone like Dream or something. I don't like talking about Dream, bro.
Fuck
But
off.
uh, it's not like a big part of it because no one is really like dying to see our faces. It's just they're here for the plush videos and that's it. But when it comes to like actually showing our faces, it's still like a big up in the air, maybe. Like, maybe the final video will show our faces or something, but just so then it can feel a little more connected to the viewer, like, oh yeah, thank you guys for everything. But I don't know, it's kind of like, I'm not exactly like uncomfortable with my face being out there because I did it when I was little. I'm not. I unlisted the video now because I mean that I remember that video being like actually awful. So like, I didn't want that on the platform anymore. But like, if I were to do a modern day face reveal, I probably wouldn't even mind. I mean, I actually remember for the second movie, which you actually appeared in,
Mhm.
uh, we were gonna do a thing where it was like, if this movie gets like 60 likes, we'll do a face reveal. Now, unfortunately, it didn't get 60 likes, but it got kind of close.
Cause those
So,
people suck.
Oh, I hate my fans.
God
I'm kidding.
damn
I'm
it.
kidding.
They're gonna chop their balls off if they don't get those faces out in the world.
I hope you chop your balls off.
Yeah, like I don't think like if somebody gets the option, of course they're gonna be like, yeah, sure, why not? But yeah, I agree. I don't think they're like that serious about it.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, if it happens, it happens.
Okay, speaking about the second movie, will Nightmare Fredbear ever make a comeback?
Ooh, man. Let me tell you. I can't say anything right now, but I just say keep your eyes peeled.
All right. Uh, okay. I remember this was from one of the top four questions. What are your thoughts on the whole Scott Cawthon backlash?
Oh man, that's whew. Okay. So I think Scott is obviously a good man. We all know that. He's done so many good things for the community, and like he created something that, I mean, I used to love. So like he changed. I mean, his games basically changed my life. I mean, that's kind of what started Mario and Friends. It wasn't even the Mario shit. It was just the FNAF stuff. But the whole situation with him, like he, it's like it's so hard to say this without like, because no matter what you say, someone's gonna be mad at you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like a Twitter situation. So like, I think, in my opinion, I think it was blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
Like, truly, like, too much was done. Like I understand where a lot of people are coming from. Like, I really do. I understand that he maybe like, opinions are different, and like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't have an opinion on these political parties or anything. I don't like putting myself into that because it's just, I don't. I mean, it can be a negative place, but like, he was donating to parties which were anti-LGBTQ, and obviously a lot of people aren't going to be happy about that, which is once again completely understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, it would make sense that if someone you looked up to for making your favorite games for so long was suddenly doing something like that, which you're in the community, like, you're not going to be happy.
Yeah.
And so I think it was appropriate for people, like, they were allowed to be mad. They were allowed to have an opinion on that. And I mean, Scott himself, I can't judge his political decisions. I know, like, he said what he was doing was, I don't remember, but I can't political decision, because I mean, they're his alone. I can't change anything. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I think the way it was blown out of proportion was, I mean, this man was getting death threats to his family at that point, and that's when, like, that I was actually disgusted by that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, his family had to fear for their life because of a decision he made, and how people reacted to it. How some people reacted to it. There was, I'm assuming it was it wasn't the majority that was reacting that way, but the fact that he got death threats over that was like, I don't like that. That's just way too far for something like that.
I
And like,
so
the way he responded was, I guess, as much as we'll ever get from him ever again. Like,
Yeah.
because he's retiring now.
Me personally, I understand where people come from because I have friends, family in that community. So of course
Yeah,
I got outraged too. But me personally, I wouldn't go as far as to dox somebody, put their address out into the internet, start giving out death threats, unless of like, no, there's no unless. Like, I'd understand if somebody were to do it to some really awful,
really, like
evil
actual
shit.
bad person.
But Scott Cawthon, no, like, if I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, like, if he says he didn't know, okay, all right, like, if he legitimately 100% didn't know what the like about any of that shit. All right, that, shit happens,
Like, yeah, it's a mistake.
and like you know like the whole death threats and shit like that. That's fucking awful. Like, why the fuck would you do that shit to anybody? And like, he has kids, and I'm pretty sure they're not even like adults. I'm pretty sure they're children. Last time I,
Yeah,
that's awful how they have to like feel such a way. Like, because of a mistake that their father made. Again, I'm
yeah,
the benefit of the doubt. I'm not saying
yeah. It's not like we're not condoning what he did.
I'd never fucking condone that, but of course I never condone giving out death threats and shit. Like, that's worse.
I truly don't think there's a right to this
Yeah,
situation.
it's all
It all
fucked up.
comes from a bad place.
Yeah. All I see is like there's just so much negative in that. So all I can really say is I don't condone either one of those two things. Like, okay, me personally, I don't like Trump. I don't like people who support him because
Yeah,
for personal reasons. But at the same time, there's nothing I can do to change that. Not a single thing. So, Scott Cawthon supports him. Like, at the end of the day, what can I do? To him, I'm some nobody. I basically don't exist to him. So, like, there's nothing I can do about it. And like, he made
mm,
all this shit that he made finances ready, and I fucking originally I was scared of it, but now that changed over time because
yeah,
yeah, but yeah, at the end of the day, there's nothing much I can do. Like, the shit that happened, and yeah, like all that was fucking awful, and
yeah.
yeah,
It's like,
there's no way to like excuse anything like on both parties. You can't excuse either fucking one thing.
yeah.
Now, uh, this is possibly the most hard hitting question I could ever ask.
All right.
Is there a struggle when you talk about your date of birth?
Oh Lord, have mercy on my soul. Okay. I tell this story like every time someone asks for my birthday.
Because it's coming
Uh,
up. It's coming up.
it's coming up, bro. So like, uh, it's it's not like I'm like super embarrassed to admit that my birthday's on 9/11 because it's a funny top. Okay, no, it's not funny. The day that was way too wrong, bro. But like, it's funny when I put it like I celebrate on 9/11, but it's
Funny.
just
It's
like
funny in a sick way, basically.
yeah, yeah. It's
Like,
like
of course, it's not actually funny, but it's
in a cosmic sort of way, yeah. But
yeah.
like, uh, it's like whenever someone asks me when my birthday is, or like whenever you're doing one of those like get to know me things like at school, like you always have to put your birthday or something, and I always just have to put 9/11. And I'm just like, dude, like what do I do? How are people? The first question that comes to my mind is how are people going to react to this?
Yeah.
And it's like I remember freshman year Spanish 2. I had to say my birthday in Spanish in front of like the whole class, and it didn't feel right, man. Like
11 de septiembre. Oh no, no.
yeah,
Every
everyone recognized it in an instant, and it's just like
and they
I don't know
just
whether to think it's like humiliating, funny, embarrassing. Like, what do I even think?
it's like it's like a sick joke from God,
Literally, bro.
and it's like people will probably just assume you're joking when you're not. Like you're like, no, this is what it says on my birthday.
I get a lot of like, are you serious? No, you gotta be joking. Like, I'm not joking, bro. That's the actual. That was actually when I was born. Like, for some reason, it couldn't just be a day before or a day after. It just had to be pinpoint on that day. At least it wasn't the year, but like still, that's just like it's a weird situation where it's like I don't know. We don't even usually celebrate like on the actual day because it's never on a weekend.
Mm.
So like I just wait until like the weekend before or after.
I think I could possibly be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure my birthday this year was on a Wednesday, but I could be wrong. I can't really remember much. Um, Now I definitely understand because most of the time, we don't celebrate my like any of our birthdays if it's on a weekday because
Yeah.
someone's always working. But yeah, um, I should probably wrap it up and ask the final question, but I don't know what it. I feel like it should be like one that's not like a one word response afterwards. So I gotta
Yeah.
look at all of these and see which one I haven't asked yet. Uh, uh Shit.
I mean, could just look over them, just be like, I don't know.
All right. How about a speed run?
Speed run? Okay, I can do a speed run.
So I just ask all of them, and you just go one by one. So
All right.
anyone's. So first one. What is your least favorite video you've made? It could either be of all time or in recent history. So that's the first one. Um. Uh.
Yeah. All right. I think I just started that. I'm not gonna be able to remember all the questions.
Yeah.
Bro. I have like
Some of
short term
these
memory
I
loss or
don't know if I
something.
could ask.
I mean, is it like inappropriate or
They're not
something, or like
inappropriate. No. They're
is
just
it too personal or something? Like
I don't know.
I don't know. You could probably ask anyway, and I could
Just
just be
yeah,
like,
just
well, I don't
ask
know if
and
I'm
then
like,
you just yeah. All right. First one.
all right. But about the worst video, I'd say, I don't know. Shit, Mario. I don't know what this
The
video
poop
is.
one? The poop one? No,
What?
the
That's a
from the video. The sleepover video.
yeah. Oh god, that's a good contender. I think that one is a good contender, and then there's a. I think there's this video called MSKL Episode One. Literally the most stupid title I've ever made in my life. It was supposed to be like Mario, Sonic, Kirby, and Link or something, but I
Mhm.
shortened it down to MSKL for no reason. There's an editing issue in the video where the video ends, and then it's a minute of just a black screen on silence. And then at the very end, there's a punch sound effect that's like really loud because like it got misplaced in the video. So there's just a bunch of space. So that was probably like the worst edited. What else is really bad? Honestly, the poop one and that one. I guess Mickey's crap is pretty bad.
What the
Dude, I don't know what we were on back then. Like, there's videos called like Waluigi's horrifying experience, bro. Like, I don't
Speaking of
even.
speaking of horrifying experiences, do you remember that video we watched last year with the heads, the floating heads? What was it called? The
Shit, the Wyoming incident.
that shit was
Oh,
so
that
fucking
was
traumatizing.
scary, bro. Actually, though, like I remember like sleeping on that night, thinking my door was just gonna open and like see one of those heads and like hear the messages in the video. Like, oh, that was bad.
That was
That was
horrifying.
creepy as hell, man. But like
It was
honestly, watching those creepy videos is fun.
it's fun, but it's
It's actually
And you're
traumatizing,
about to
bro.
go to sleep. It's the worst.
Yeah, it's like when you're getting off the call, bro. You're just like, all right, good luck for the night. Like you
You're
got to
like,
make it through.
so it's like, bruh, that was, oh man, that was so scary. And then once like we're about to get, all right, good luck, man. Then once
Yeah,
we're actually
it's like
scared.
it's like fucking SpongeBob and Rock Bottom, bro. Like it's like advanced darkness at that point. Don't
You
even know what to do.
like you joke about, oh man, don't get scared, and then you actually are. Like
You legit get
you're gonna be
scared.
the one that's scared.
Yeah, man, that's just
I hated that video. I hope I never watch it again. I hope
same.
I hope there's never a North Carolina incident or a Arkansas incident.
Arkansas incident is, dude. The Arkansas incident would just be racist, bro.
Trump is outside your door. For us,
Bro,
I don't want to imagine that. I don't. It could be literally anything. I don't want to.
oh,
Uh, okay. This is the question that I said might be personal. I don't know.
all right. Let's hear it.
What was your experience? Yeah. What was your experience with long distance dating?
Oh man. Okay. First of all, I don't recommend this shit to anyone, and I would
Yeah.
never wish this upon anyone. Uh, listen. Uh, okay, like I'd say things are cleared up now. Like they were cleared up a long time ago. I don't remember the last time we. It was back when she appeared on your live stream.
Oh yeah.
I think that was the last time we ever talked. So the experience is awful. Let me just tell you that straight up. It is actually the worst thing ever. First of all, we were 13. Uh, that I'm gonna be honest right here now. I don't think any of that shit was real. Like we thought it was real. It's almost like we made it in our heads to be like it was real, but we were just. I think I was just struck by like, oh, this is the first time I've ever done this. Oh, this is so crazy. I'm in love. No, I wasn't. Uh, like truthfully, it's not a fun experience because if you really are like attached, like truly, it's not just something because you're young, then it's gonna be hard because you're always like, oh, shit, man, I wish I could see you.
Mm,
But
yeah.
there, one out of a million chances it actually comes to fruition. And it's like if someone is doing it right now, like I'm not gonna tell them just like stop. Like
Yeah.
they're free to do whatever they want, and like I hope whatever happens they can see it through. But in my experience, I never recommend it in my life.
Oh yeah.
I mean, mostly if there's issues on both sides, like not fun times.
I had two experiences. One around the same time. It was your ex's friend, and
Oh, I remember
Jesus
that,
Christ, was she a fucking nightmare?
bro. I remember you telling me.
Okay, for some of you, this is a trigger warning. This is gonna get very personal. This is gonna be talking about her wanting to kill herself. So if you don't want to hear any of that, I don't, just get off or something. I don't know. So she constantly talked about that all the time, and she would talk so negatively all the time. Hold on, somebody's calling me. One
All right.
second. One insy bitsy second. Hold on. I'm finishing up with this. Hold up. Anyway, my bad. Uh, okay. Wait, where was I forgot. Shit. Okay. Uh, yeah, she talked so negatively all the time. It was just awful, and it that also fucked with my mind state. Like having
Yeah.
being in a relationship with somebody like that, it's just terrible. But second time was the most recent. That was
Really.
Yeah, and that was the longest relationship I've had ever in my entire life. 5 months. And um it was honestly the most healthiest relationship I've been in. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
it's sad to say because I really wanted a future with her, and I saw one, but
Oh, I think I know. Wait, do I know? I don't know.
I told you about it, like bit of it,
I think I know what you're talking about.
and like she made me feel some type of way that I haven't felt in ever actually, and um, shit. Then like apparently I created so much positive change in her life. According to her friend, she said she became more confident, more talkative. She dressed the way she wanted to because her ex, like she he was a control freak basically, and he was
Mm.
an asshole and tried to do things to her forcibly, and it was terrible. And she said that was the best thing in her life at that moment, and uh, she felt alive again. And then
Mm.
I don't know, my mental health was just bad, but it felt right with her. Like for so long, I felt like I had commitment issues, and then with her, it just felt right.
Mm-hmm.
And then her mom just out of nowhere, she found out, and then at some point when I was in Charlotte for my birthday, her mom made us break up, and it felt
Oh.
so unreal, and I felt sick to my stomach, and I wanted to cry, but I was in the car, and I didn't want to make much noise and make a big deal out of it. And at that point, I had my own demons, and I still do, and that kind of prevented me from feeling and being present in the present.
Yeah, I
It
get
was
that.
it was terrible, and yeah, like, and then I just felt so angry. I felt so much at once. I felt sad. I felt angry. I felt so many emotions, and I didn't know what to do. And then I read all the messages that her mom sent me, and it was like, I think this is the best thing for you two, and this and that. And I felt so fucking pissed.
Oh.
Like, why the fuck do I want to hear what you think? You don't want to hear what I think. And I wanted to cuss her out so badly. I wanted to tell her, "Fuck you. You want to know what I think? You're a fucking terrible parent if she can have a job and a car, but she can't be in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell me what you think? I'm gonna tell you what I fucking think." But I didn't do that because I didn't want to disrespect her, even though she did to me. So then I went
Mm-hmm.
on my now ex by saying, "Was any of this even real? And did you just fake all this shit?" Like near the end, because she still called me certain things and this and that, and.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually I had my sign to just not think about her again because her friend sent me a screenshot that was like, "Can you do me a quick favor? Can you tell Sal to stop using my Disney Plus LMAO?" Even though I wasn't, my siblings were, but.
Mm.
But yeah, that showed she didn't care about me anymore. So I was like,
Jeez.
all right, shit. Hear that?
Way to.
I think it might have been a spider or some shit because they're hitting the ground.
Oh.
Anyway, all right. So they were saying that I should go to sleep soon. So yeah, I think this is a good closing point. So,
All right.
any final thoughts? Any final?
Uh, I just want to say, like, truthfully, like, if this is like, it's good to be back, and if this is like the only time like I really have a bigger presence here, then like, I mean, I'd be happy to do more, of course. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
just bro, like for real, like text me if you need me to do to do something or anything. But like, I mean, it's good to be back, man. I'm glad everything bad is over. I'm just glad. I mean, we can talk normally again.
yeah. It's definitely a relief. Hopefully I can get um the other two that were involved a part of this podcast. I hope
Yeah.
at least I think one would agree more than the other
Mm.
because I never got that closure with one of them.
Right.
Hopefully I get, the one, I'm not actually. I'm not gonna say the name. I'm just gonna say,
I know what you're talking about.
that we talked about, that the one
Yeah.
got some sort of closure with. Hopefully he agrees with it. Hopefully I got to contact him in some way. But if other ones. Hold on. Anyway, the other lineups are Will Carroll and the Super Orlando Bros, the Streamer and Dario.
All right.
So
Hold on.
yeah. Uh yeah, I'm being told that I gotta leave now, so yeah. My final comments is I definitely agree. Glad we got everything resolved, talked about everything. I feel definitely
Back.
definitely feel a lot. And yeah, being told gotta go, and yeah,
All righty.
again, I'm glad we talked about everything on here.
Yeah,
And yeah, it was definitely a pleasure doing this.
for sure.
And yeah, I'm not really that good. Hold on, one second.
All right.
All right, good night, my liver doors. Good night, Bob. Anyway, hopefully the stream didn't hear that, but whatever. Where was I? Oh yeah, not good at saying see ya or nothing. So
Same.
it's definitely a pleasure doing this podcast with you. Definitely like the first one. The comments are saying that this is a great podcast. So I'm definitely doing something right.
Yeah,
We did something right.
it's been a good time. I look forward to more, bro. I'll watch the rest.
Oh yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do in the future ones. We'll just have to see. So
Yeah.
hopefully they're as good as the first dance.
First dance. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in to the first dance. It's been definitely a pleasure. This was amazing. Couldn't have asked for a better guest, or first guest.
Hey, man, I appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys in the next podcast or the next video, whichever comes out. Stay tuned for new videos, new podcast episodes, and a new series. Yeah. Yeah.
Yo. Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot gonna happen. So one in particular, I'm just gonna tease it. It's like a mixture of Loiter Squad and the Eric Andre Show.
Oh.
We have a working title, the 100% Show.
Yo.
The majority's live action. So yeah, stay tuned for that and everything.
Y'all heard it here first.
So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. C Hooks, you better be in one podcast. I don't care if you said that you didn't want to. Come on, man. Don't be a bitch. But in all seriousness, thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. See ya.